Okay, let's unpack this. We are looking at the Ark of Sweden Performance Booster, also known as SPZV drops.
Right.
These are marketed pretty heavily, natural stimulant-free drops. You put them under your tongue,
Mm.
and they're supposed to, like, instantly improve your focus, breathing, physical performance.
Yeah, the claim is they open up your airways almost immediately, just from mint.
Seems like a big claim.
Hmm.
So the core question for this deep dive, is this a real performance edge, or is it maybe just, well, high-priced minty hype?
That's exactly our mission here. We're trying to look past the flashy marketing.
Okay.
We'll analyze what's actually in the product, look at what customers are saying, the good and the bad, and importantly, check out the company's legitimacy.
Did you check that?
We looked at Trustpilot for user feedback,
Yeah.
and then tools like Scam Advisor and ScamDoc for the website's technical trustworthiness. Basically, we want to give you a realistic expectation.
Gotcha. And the marketing is pretty intense. Boosts oxygen flow, energy, clarity.
All natural, they say.
Right. No caffeine. Sounds like a game changer if it works, especially for endurance.
Well, this is where it gets interesting. The ingredient list, it's almost entirely variations of mint,
Like peppermint?
peppermint, spearmint, Japanese mint, that kind of thing, and coconut oil.
That's it.
Pretty much. And if you think about exercise science, the benefit here seems really localized. It's sensory.
Wait, hold on. If it's just mint and coconut oil, how are they charging premium prices and claiming performance boosts? Aren't they worried about, bad reviews?
It's a good question, but the simplicity is kind of key. It relies on menthol.
Oh.
So listeners familiar with exercise science might know menthol triggers these things called TRPM8 receptors, cold receptors, basically.
Right. Gives you that cooling feeling.
Exactly. That intense cooling can feel like your airways are opening up. It's a powerful sensation, can even distract you from how hard you're working out.
Okay, so it feels like it's working.
But these drops, they don't seem to have anything in them like, say, known vasodilators or things that actually boost metabolism that would get into your bloodstream and give you that systemic boost they claim. It's sensory.
That explains the gap between the claims and what's inside. And I guess that leads straight into the customer reviews, which you said are mixed.
Very mixed, yeah. Trustpilot has them sitting around 3.4 out of 5 stars. Not great, not terrible.
So what's the split?
It really highlights that difference between feeling something and actually getting an athletic result.
Okay.
The positive reviews, people genuinely felt this refreshing, minty blast. They said it helped them focus or, mentally push through a workout. They felt they could breathe easier.
So the sensory thing worked for them.
It seems so, but then you have a lot of people who were pretty disappointed.
What did they say?
Called it an overpriced breath freshener, basically. Noticed zero real improvement in performance. And they criticized the marketing for being misleading about actual athletic enhancement.
Right. Makes sense given the ingredients. So the big question then, is Ark of Sweden a scam? Or are they just taking people's money?
Well, the evidence suggests probably not an outright scam. It looks like a legitimate company.
Guess so.
The website works, people seem to get their orders shipped, and they're sold on recognized online stores. They even warn people about fake listings, which suggests they're trying to protect their brand.
But you mentioned some trust issues.
Yeah, that's the flip side. While they function as a company, the trust scores aren't exactly stellar. Scam Advisor gives the site like 46 out of 100. ScamDoc is better, around 76%.
Why the lower scores?
A common red flag for these checker sites is when the domain owner's identity is hidden. That often lowers the score.
Okay, so...
But we should balance that. The domain isn't brand new. It was registered 3 years ago.
So not some fly-by-night thing set up last month.
Exactly. That suggests a bit more staying power than your typical quick scam. So overall, it seems, well, pretty much legit, but maybe not delivering on the hype.
So the product is real, the company ships it, but it might not do what people think it does based on the marketing.
That's the takeaway, really. Think of it more like a refreshing mint oil supplement. Keep your expectations realistic. The benefits, if any, are likely subtle and sensory, maybe psychological, not really a direct physical or chemical performance boost.
Okay, so final thought here for you listening. Given that so many users felt like the strong mint sensation was helping their performance, what does that tell us about the power of just feeling something intensely, that cold, clear sensation, versus an actual chemical change when we're trying to get an edge in our training? Something to think about next time you need a breath of fresh air.